Last time on Expedition Drenched, we made the huge and oh so exciting decision to move forward with the purchase of Sylfia, a beautiful 75-foot steel ketch that we will be filling up with crew and taking around the world. Then we began the process of settling into our new home and set off for our first ever weekend of cruising and scuba diving.
What are you doing? Are you just sitting on top of all that dive gear? You're so cute. Good morning. Did you sleep good? Yeah. Pretty good day to be a dog on a boat, huh? Give me warmth and shelter. Take you ashore and go to the bathroom? Does that sound pretty good? I think we should do it. Okay, let's get the dinghy. Take all the water out of the dinghy.
Row us to shore, rower.
We're in Oki Bay. Not very many boats around. We got one neighbor named Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo!
Which is very fitting. Apparently this spot in the season is like packed full of boats, but because it's off season and a weekday, we got the whole place to ourselves, it feels like.
Yeah. Off season being winter because it's cold. Hence my shark jammies. This is how I stay warm in the long, cold New Zealand winters.
But Jordan and I were talking last night, and all of a sudden it just felt real. Like we went scuba diving on our own boat yesterday for the first time. Oh, you fat dog, look what you did.
We're leaning.
And we're excited. This is like a start to a whole new adventure for us, for sure.
Feels good. We're almost here. Oh, and he's off. He's going straight after that bird. Good boy! Yeah.
Check out the cool spider web.
Ooh.
It's like perfect.
A pretty go right there. Oh, look at this cave. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Come on, Gyro. Little wuss.
He's like scared to go in. Oh, poor little guy.
We did it.
Oh. Now that all the pooches and humans had gotten in their morning stroll on the beach, we pulled up the hook and set off back towards our mooring ball in Kerikeri, as we had some land business to attend to. But we couldn't resist one quick scuba pit stop on the way back.
Where are we going?
Just heading around the corner. We're looking for like good caves, like lobster spots. So over here, I'm thinking this bay. Carrera. It's Carrera. That's where we're going.
Yeah, these caves looks like they're pretty shallow. Like I doubt they go very far underwater, but they look like they'd be cool to go explore in. Feeling good. Feeling energized. Feeling a little chilly already, but we're gonna make it.
And I'm just loving this mellow dive. It's pretty shallow, and there's just these beautiful big walls of kelp and quite a bit of marine life to see. Look at all the colors as we swim through this narrow little passageway. There's gold kelp and purple and red algae. So beautiful.
We pulled out the genoa and pointed the bow back towards our little inlet in Kerikeri that we've been calling home. Our first weekend of cruising was a success on all fronts. We learned so much about our new boat, and we were becoming more and more confident by the day. We couldn't wait to take Sylfia out further and do some real exploring, but before that, we needed to take a little trip inland.
Today we're going on an adventure. We're heading south to the Bay of Plenty. One of our viewers, Grant, messaged us. He's down there, and with a little bit of luck, we're going to be able to go diving with Grant. And really our purpose for heading all that way is our outboard that we're buying. We need to pick it up and we need to bring it back up to Auckland. So going on a bit of a 7-hour journey today. We have a little rental car. We're going to switch that out for a bus and then camping for a couple days.
Our plan was to drive to Auckland, swap our car for a camper van, continue on towards Tauranga for a scuba mission, then drive over to Rotorua to check out a few cool spots we'd heard about, then drive up to Lake Taupo, where we would be picking up a secondhand outboard we found online. Then finally delivering the outboard to the workshop inland from Auckland, where we were getting a custom dive dinghy built, which you'll learn all about in future episodes.
I see her! Yeah, buddy!
Look at this rig.
Yeah!
Watch out, soccer teams. This mom's about to cheer you on.
We got the cheapest camper van in all of New Zealand, for sure.
Look at this sexy little rig. Damn, girl. Woo. Listen to that.
Purr!
That purr. This was a big day, huh?
7 hours later.
Yeah. Thanks for driving, baby.
Yeah.
You're the best.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I can hear the beach.
Morning! I see the ocean right there. Nate's already out there doing a time lapse. And I'm about to go meet him and see how it's going. Oh. This van is a mission to get out of. I had to prop the door open with this thing because it doesn't stay. Ooh, look at this. That is how you start your morning, right there. How good is it to wake up on the beach?
Just love the sound. Slapping of the waves. It's really nice.
With Marmite and eggs in our belly, we were ready to tackle the day. We hopped in the minivan and cruised over to Tauranga to meet up with one of our viewers, Grant, who invited us out for a dive.
We've known Face for a while because he comments on a lot of our videos, and he found out we were in New Zealand and he said, hey, we should go out for a dive, and don't threaten us with a good time because we'll actually come. So meet Grant. We feel like we know him.
I'm Grant from Tauranga, New Zealand, and we're super happy to share our backyard.
And I'm Ron, his son. Where are we heading today?
We're heading out to Mare Island. It's also known as Tahua. It's probably my favourite dive location out from Tauranga.
Our trusty steed for the day, Legacy!
We made the 28-mile journey across to Mare Island, or Tahua, as it was originally known as by the Maoris. Tahua is the Maori word for black obsidian, a natural glass formed by the rapid cooling of silica-rich lava, which is found in abundance on this volcanic island. Obsidian was prized by the Maoris for cutting and scraping tools and weapons, so the island was permanently occupied despite scarcity of water and lack of suitable land for growing food. The surrounding waters eventually became known as a mecca in New Zealand for large game fishing, with massive tuna, marlin, and a variety of shark species such as this 1,000-pound mako caught in 1943. Luckily for some of these big, beautiful sea creatures, today the island is a wildlife refuge, and many sections of the surrounding waters are designated as marine reserves.
Well, this is Crater Bay, and this was historically famous because up here we can see there's a cliff with a very narrow walkway on the top. It's about 2 meters wide, and the Maoris that lived on the island hundreds of years ago, they had a defensive part that was only accessible by that thin walkway. And so if they knew people were coming to invade their island, they'd retreat back to that pa and then throw rocks at them as they were trying to come across the narrow walkway and knock them off. It's supposed to look like the silhouette of Queen Victoria. See the little knob on the top? Imagine that's her head.
Clearly Queen Victoria.
We popped around the corner and started looking for a good spot to hop in for a dive. Grant told us that Mayor Island was his favorite place in the world, and you could feel his heart lighting up as soon as we dipped below the surface. As we navigated our way through the swirling kelp and endless schools of fish, I could definitely see what a truly special place it was. And just as we thought our lovely day on the water was a wrap, we had one last special guest to top it all off.
Oh, hey little buddy.
He's just doing circles around Nate. Is he so cute?
Oh, he's so cute.
Could you see him really good?
I do it like upside down.
Oh. Where have you brought us today?
We brought you to Mount Maunganui. It's also known as Mauwau. It's sort of a must-do destination in Tauranga. Everybody climbs it.
Share with us the fact that your wife told us earlier.
Going up the mount, I think 38 times is the equivalent of going up Mount Everest.
That's right.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
if you walk up this one 38 times, it's the same as if you walked up Mount Everest in elevation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a thing people do.
Really?
Yeah, it's like popular to climb the mount 38 times in a particular period.
You ready to do it once?
Let's do it. Let's go check it out.
There she is.
Mount Watanui?
Mount
Mount Wanganui.
Nate's famous
Oh,
for butchering names.
From a distance, I can, so beautiful. I can hear you within the silence.
We're so close. I can taste it. Whew, we've been at sea level for a bit too long. I'm feeling the burn. How you doing, Nate?
I'm alright. Oh,
You made it.
I made it.
High five.
So we're in the Bay of Plenty, yeah?
Yeah.
Why is it called the Bay of Plenty?
Plenty of reasons.
But they call it the Bay of Plenty because it grows things so well. And the sea life here back 100 or 150 years ago is really plentiful.
It goes right back to Captain Cook,
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah?
because he came up from Wellington, went to Poverty Bay first, and there was nothing, and then came round here, and there's truckloads of everything. Yeah. So you're absolutely right, because it grows.
Thank you for your little tidbit of knowledge there. The sunset view did not disappoint, and we even got a bird's eye view of Mayor Island.
Parts of you, hand in hand is how we sleep every night.
Thanks for showing us this cool spot, Grant.
You're welcome.
You're an amazing tour guide thus far. Good work, team. High fives.
Ball.
Oh, that was an awkward one. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey!
Look at that.
That is the best moon I've ever seen. By
I
far.
agree.
By
For
far.
sure. How about you guys? Best moon ever?
I reckon. Oh yeah. There it is.
Be better.
Best moon ever.
We did it. Play us a song that represents your spirit animal.
My spirit animal.
Yeah, whatever that
Oh.
means to you.
I've got to pick a spirit animal now.
Look at this delicious home-cooked meal. Thank you so much for having
You're
us
welcome.
in your house. And for serenading us with your lovely music.
You're welcome.
And for taking us diving.
It's been our pleasure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Cheers,
been
you guys.
great having you.
No.
Good morning from Tonga. It feels so cool to actually meet people that really love what we do and share our interest and love of the ocean and diving, and to just kind of make the connection between all the like time and love and effort and energy that we put into our videos, and we put them out into the world. And we know people are watching them because YouTube tells us that they are, and you know, you see comments online and stuff, but it's so cool to actually make that connection to somebody's life that you've impacted in a positive way by making cool videos that they really enjoy watching. And so it's been really fun spending time with them and diving, and they made dinner for us and we stayed in their home. And I feel really lucky that we had the chance to do that. So thank you so much for having us, you guys. It's been a blast. Hello everybody! We're coming at you from Tutukaka on the North Island of New Zealand. And we just had some exciting news that we wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, we've got a crew on board at the moment. We've got a couple more showing up. You may hear a little bit of grinding in the background. That is because we are hard at work getting Sylfia ready for her passage over to Tonga, which is coming up quickly, actually.
Yeah.
But we're doing our send-off party right here in Tutukaka next Saturday, June 8th. So if you are in New Zealand, or if you're coming to New Zealand, we would love for you to join us on board Sylfia for a day sail, and we're doing a little camping trip. So if you head over to our website, expeditiondrenched.org, you can RSVP for that, get a little bit of information, and if you can make it, we would love to see you there.
It's gonna be a hoot. One other thing, if you are brand new to the channel, I just wanted to say welcome. We just purchased this big 75-foot steel sailboat that we're in the process of filling up with crew. We're gonna have about 12 people from all around the world, and we're gonna set sail on our first big passage to Tonga, which will be coming up here, like our season premiere will be July 1st. So subscribe to follow along with our journey.
Okay guys, see you next week.
Bye!
Bye!
Tune in next time as our road trip continues. Join us as we explore redwoods, hot springs, and come face to face with the baby kiwi before returning back to Sylfia to continue our preparations for our passage to Tonga.
Yeah.
Baby! I'm putting that in the video so that people know.
Put that in the outtakes.
People need to know.
No! Don't need to know.
They need to know. Think about what you've done. Yeah. You're just hanging your head in shame.